What's up? It's your boy Carcino here. It's the No Sleep Army. Whew. Fresh out the gym. Tired, bruh. Real tired. I've got no sleep. None. About to go lay it down, man. I done paid all these bills off. I'm tired. Now, what you looking at is Nas and his son Knight. Nas is very good about keeping his son off the internet. Since Kelis want to go ahead and put all this stuff on the internet talking about Nas and what have you, about how he wasn't never in his son's life and all of these different things, Nas went ahead and, well, I'm glad you got the notification. This is a first for something. I am seeing notifications going out within the first minute, which is a shock. Haven't seen that in years. You know, it happens once every blue moon, so let's thank our lucky stars that this is happening. But Nas responds in typical Nas fashion. He put this up on his page, a picture of his son, him with his son when his son was younger, about maybe 5 or 6. And this is what he does in typical Nas fashion. He puts this picture up, and then he puts the quote. This is what it's all about. Pure peace, pure love, pure happiness. Fathers and sons. Throwback. Because Kelis in her interview saying how Nas went there for the kid and everything else. Well, see, the thing is, she's scorned. That's why she's doing it, because she's mad Nas is taking her to court and been suing her because she's being a rude person. She's mad that he's getting all these benefits and all of these things with his son. She's like, I am mad. I am scorned. Like, look, that's not your concern. He put that out because she put this up today. This is what Kelis put. This goes out to all the women and the secrets they keep. Like, she's really trying to push this women movement. Like, no. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, earlier I did a freestyle. You guys didn't even hear it. I was freestyling over at what was we at? Oh, right there at the movie theater. And this girl, we was talking about it, and the Kanye and Ti song came on, and when the beat was playing, I just freestyled over it. And she got mad because I said dizzy bra. I'm like, I'm mad with these dizzy bras who acting like Kelis said she didn't hit Nas, and she was mad about that. So I'm like, what you mean dizzy bra? I'm like, y'all acting like y'all didn't hear how she said she hit Nas too. Y'all acting like Nas was just beating on her and she just curled up in a ball. She was hitting him. This is the chick that's bossy. She's the one that's tattooed on his arm. Do you think Kelis has that mentality of a person who's just gonna victim up? No, she was bossy. She was the one controlling Nas. I'm the first one to play on deck, cause I'm bossy. No, nobody should be hitting nobody. But you shouldn't get no credit when you out here hitting on people too. Like, did I hit him? Did he hit me? Nobody should be hitting anybody. Men should be hitting women, and women damn sure shouldn't be hitting men. Those are the ones I can't stand. They be hitting on a man. Get. They get hit one time. Pop. Did you just hit me? Oh my God. I'll be like, well, you put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on no man. Period. If you don't put your hands on anybody you don't expect to hit you back. Because they love to talk that we equal stuff until they get popped. Pop! You hit me! Man ain't supposed to do that! That's a double standard. We equal. You see, we ain't equal when the garbage got to go out. When we got to get the Christmas lights down out of the attic. We ain't equal no more. It's a man's job. It's a man's job now. We not equal. Who made that rule? It definitely wasn't God. God was like, I did not make you equal to man. Nothing in the Bible talks about a woman being equal to a man on no levels. No levels. Let's get that straight right now. Does it mean the woman is unimportant? No. Her job is to be she is the rib. She is the rib of man. She's the giver of life. So her job is important. But on no way, shape, or form on the playing fields was it meant for a woman to be treated or equally as a man. A man has a certain role he's supposed to do, and a woman has a certain role they're supposed to do. Well, they're supposed to enrich each other. This was a toxic relationship from the start. This wasn't no we in love. They were in lust with each other. They thought it was love. They were in lust. See, that's what I'm saying. When you marry people based off sex, this is the results. Y'all think it's love, but it ain't love. It's like crazy in love. It's lust, greed, all the crazy threesomes and all that stuff. All these crazy activities they were doing when they was young, because that's what they came from. The world is full of lies, so why would you expect that to not have lies in it? But she's going to paint Nas to be a bad person, so that's why Nas threw this out. This is one of the first photos he ever put out with his son. Nas almost never posts any photos with his son, putting him on the internet. One, because Kelis didn't like it anyway, because Kelis barely put any pictures of her son on the internet. So this photo he put out would definitely take her off. So this is how Nas responds back to the stuff that she does. Now, am I going to say that these grown couples and that they never had a fight? No. We all had family members and aunties and grandmas and granddaddies and uncles that it was common that one of them might got hit in the mouth. They might have fought every year for every day or every weekend for a year. When they drink, play cards, they fight. Next thing you know, ain't nobody leaving each other. That's just what it was. She whack him upside the head with a dish rack or a broom or whatever. It's just what it was at that time. You know, but it's toxic because what the same thing that his father was going through with his mom that he hated his dad for when he did the Papa was a player, player was a papa, papa loved the ladies, never got enough of pretty brown round running round town. Don't tell your mother what's going down. And that's what he said his father told him. Son, you'll find out when you get older what's inside you is inside me. I know. I mean, Nas ain't the one complaining. He vented already when he made his album. She talking about she left Nas because it was toxic. Nas loved her. And she was mad because Nas left. Talking about some he ain't pay the bills and we walked around like, I got your kid and this and that. I'm just like, look, you ain't doing what you supposed to do as a wife. Like she said, when the money was coming in, everything was great. When it wasn't coming in, it wasn't good no more. Now she doing this food truck bootleg stuff. And she ain't got no money like that to be going back and forth to court. She mad that Nas got visitation rights. The judge, Nas didn't make that the law. The judge made it the law. Y'all went before the judge. The judge gave you his ruling. So it is what it is. You didn't want your son around Nicki Minaj. You had a problem with Nicki Minaj. So when Nas was dating Nicki, he basically had to break it off with Nicki. And they had to break that up on the internet because you was trying to use that as a reason to keep him away from Nate. Talking about some, where was you at all them other times? And now you want to come around now. He's 8. You act like he was never there for his son at all. Quit being scorned and let the boy be around his father. He don't want to be with his dad. He want to hang out with his dad over here. He don't want to go over there. Where's dad at? He has visitation rights. He has his own time. Let him spend his time that he has with the son. Y'all got a split visitation. The judge said it. It's done. So why are you still trying to fight it? And she was like, I'm getting $8,000 a month. That ain't nothing. That's nothing. $8,000 a month. That ain't nothing. I mean, be glad you getting $8,000 a month. Because for real, what kid needs $8,000 a month? And that ain't even including your alimony. So you went to sue to get more money. But now you done got some other guy, white guy, you married him, y'all got another baby. You doing your whole thing, so Nas don't got to pay you alimony. He good. You good there. So you messed up your own money if that was the case. But what little kid that's 8 years old can't live off 8 grand a month? 8 grand a month can pay the rent. 8 grand a month could buy him clothes, toys, food. His doctoring, his food, where he gotta go. No, gossip would be talking about who somebody's sleeping with and all that craziness. We ain't talking about that. We talking about situations that people go through every day. I already told you the truth. If you listen to my hood story, you already know how my boy lost it. He's spending money on his, child support. He going to work every day, breaking his back. And his baby mom's then bought her boyfriend a car with the money he paying for child support for his kid. She gonna buy her boyfriend a car with his money. With my guy's money for his son, he's giving you money and you buying this dude a car? And I'm like, why would you even pull that with who your baby daddy is? That's how people get killed. For real. I'm like, you finna get him killed, you finna get everybody gone. Cause he ain't all the way there. And he made good money. He made real good money. He quit his job. He was like, I quit. I refuse. They'll just come to court and try to get money out of me. I quit. He went and quit his job. He was that hot. He went over there. He's like, I bet you I'll tear that car up. You better take that car back. I swear, if I see that car, I will destroy that car. She was like, you crazy, and I'm going to have you arrested. Well, you're going to have me arrested, but I bet you, he bet not ever drive that car. If I see that dude driving that car, I'm tearing it up. I'm going to blow that car up. I swear to God. Dude, you got to understand how hot he was. You going to buy a car for another dude with my money? I felt this pain. He quit his job. He was like, nah, forget that. You ain't getting no money out of me no more. Because they was taking it right out of his check. And he was making sure they was doing it to take care of shorty. So that ain't gossiping, dog. That's real talk. I mean, dudes would go crazy over that. So I had to talk him off the edge. But he quit his job. I'm like, dog, you quit. He worked at CDW. He quit his job. He was in configurations. He was making good money. He quit his job. Because he was not finna let them keep taking money out of his check so that this chick could just blow through the money. I mean, he was from the streets anyway. He was always smart, though. When it came to, like, putting things together, like heating and air, he got a degree to put up, like, heating and air certifications online, on the internet. So, yeah, he was always very smart with everything he did. So, No, he started working at another job and he started telling them to pay him in straight cash. Nah, that's where you wrong. Kelis is not an extrovert. She's an introvert just like Nas. They both introverts. You think because of the personality, you think because of the personalities that the way she is and everything that she's an extrovert, but she's not. That's like when her entertainer is like Michael Jackson. When Michael Jackson's on stage, how animated he is, you think he's really vocal. But when the music stopped, Kelis ain't really like that. That's why they got along so well and was able to stay around each other. But two introverts can't be together like that. They were able, like she said, that's why they were able to disappear so much, and they comfortable with it. Like Nas like being private. He liked to have his privacy. You don't see him all on TMZ, all on the magazines. He disappears, and unless he's working on something, then you see a picture of him. Other than that, you don't see that many pictures of Nas really doing something. Only when he had that, only when he had that Nicki Minaj thing going on. They was doing that little promotion. You start seeing Nas everywhere with Nicki and all that stuff. And then Kelis came and basically shut all that down. Nas tried to come pick him up and she ain't got him ready and he don't want to go and she don't want Nas to be around Nicki Minaj and all kind of craziness. Yeah, she tried to say Nas cheated on her. But here's the thing that Kelis did not tell you that I know. They were broken up throughout the marriage about like 15 times. Nas moved out the house in LA while they were still married. He moved out. Before the divorce was final and everything, he had moved out the house. They were still married. Nas moved out. Trust me. I mean, dude, people knew what was going on. So they were separated already. So Nas had another chick. She always accused him of sleeping around with his baby mom. What's his name, mom? Uh, Destiny's mother, Carmen, that he was going back sleeping with her and all kind of craziness. You know, it was the thing, but Nas and them, they tried to get her to do threesomes. She didn't mention the time she got arrested for trying to solicit sex from a police officer. She was undercover. She ain't know that, but that's what used to happen. They used to have threesomes because she's bisexual too. So she like making out with chicks. That's what I'm saying. When you got crazy sexual energy like that, of course she is. Her, Nas, and Eve, then they had. That's how they met. Nas, Eve, and Kelis on the regular was 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 getting down. That's how they end up hooking up. Nas was getting down with Eve first. Then Eve hooked him up with Kelis, her friend Kelis. And then they started having fun together. And Nas and Kelis got serious. If you was watching the Truth Behind series, following the playlist, you'd be caught up. Nah, Diddy ain't hooked nobody up. That's the nice way of saying it. It was at a party that it was one of probably Diddy's party or some type of meeting they was at, but it was Eve. You got to remember, man, this is Hollywood, man. This is how a lot of people they lie and put their stuff out there like that. All I know is Pharrell, he dodged a bullet. Oh man, everybody know it would be crazy. Hey yo, baby, I think this is crazy. Remember you and me, and I said that I never was gonna do that, baby. Nas, he's still the same evil guy he's always been. Man, you crazy right now, Kelis. Word. For real. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Now, I'm not saying that everything Kelis saying is a lie. It's not true. A lot of things she said was absolutely true. Nas has become paranoid ever since his image. He's really paranoid about his image. That is 100% the truth. And when she said hi to Jay and he freaked out, I could see that happening because he's done that before. And he didn't want to go through that again. So he's real paranoid with anything that happened with her. Now, I don't remember her saying Nas knocked her teeth out. I don't remember hearing that. But all this stuff means that she got a book coming. She want to mess him up because she know he got an album coming out. Nah, he would have been very paranoid with her saying hi to Jay, even though they cool together. And she knew better. It's like, you know better. Beyonce ain't coming up there taking a picture with Nas. So he say what's up and that's it. She all over there in the corner. Oh, hey, what's up, baby? Hey, Jay. Yeah, what's up? What's going on? Yes, I know, Jay. I know. How you doing, Jay? Oh, I'm doing okay. She was running off at the mouth, and Nas is looking like, what is up with this? No, Beyonce used to be an introvert. She's not anymore. Believe me, she's not the same Beyonce she used to be. She's not the shy girl that's nervous about Now she's a capital B. Yeah, she been knowing Jay. I mean, Nas knows she know Jay through Pharrell. You know that. But I see Nas's point. You can't. It's damaging to his brand. Like he can't be caught in a photograph with Jay-Z. Just that photograph. Somebody could take that, put it on the internet, and be like, Nas finna lose another one. He know how bad that is on his image. He can't have it. Nas versus Kanye. Who wins with what? Who wins with what? That's what I'm trying to figure out. You said who wins, and I'm like, with what? Yeah, Blueprint 2 is a mistake. He had some hit songs on there, and some songs he started to work on, he took out. Instead of taking the line out of the song, he just removed the whole song from the CD. Blueprint 2 was fire. Okay. You're disqualified. Def Jam does not agree. The album sold so badly that they re-released the album and they cut the songs down and took out some of the favorite songs that people like and re-released it, called it like Blueprint 2.3 or something like that, and threw it back out in the stores, hoping that people would buy it. I'm like, yeah, Blueprint 2.1, there it is. That's how bad the album performed, to try to inflate the numbers of the Blueprint 2. Yeah, compared to Kingdom Come, which is his worst album, Jay-Z has rated his albums. Jay-Z rated his own albums. Y'all remember that? Jay rated his albums. Magna Carta was his worst. In my opinion, Magna Carta is up there as one of the worst. On the real, Magna Carta to me is like one of the worst he's ever done. And I mean, it's not, from production wise, it's not. But for him, that wasn't cool, bro. I don't agree with his list. Of course, this is not including the 444. This was before that. This is how Jay-Z rated his albums. He got Reasonable Doubt at number 1. He has The Blueprint at number 2. He got the Black Album at number 3. And I probably am right here with him on this order for the first 3. Hard Knock Life Volume 2 is his 4th. Then he got American Gangster. Then he got Holy Grail. Then he got Volume 1. Then Blueprint 3. Then the Dynasty album. Then he got Volume 3. Then he got the Blueprint 2. And then he got Kingdom Come. So he already knows these two were his biggest mistakes. But to put Volume 3 that low, I would never put Volume 3 that low. I would put Volume 3 over the Dynasty album. And I would definitely put it over Magna Carta. Magna Carta Holy Grail should be all the way at the bottom. Uh-oh. There we go. Magna Carta, I would put that way down here below Blueprint 2. It'd be Kingdom Come, Magna Carta, Blueprint 2, The Dynasty. Well, I don't know. Blueprint 3 might be under The Dynasty. Then come The Dynasty. In My Lifetime, Volume 1 is good enough to be up there. I have no problem with it being right there. And then American Gangster. Hard Knock Life Volume 2. Yeah, that'll be up there. Because reason why is because this is a DMX album. You know, that's basically produced by Irv Gotti and Swiss Beats. That's when he was Rough Rider Jay-Z. You see, you got to understand something. Each album was entirely different. The Rockefeller was the soul sound, the Rockefeller sound. Reasonable Doubt sounded different than any album that was out at this time because everybody else was using the mob and the samples and the scratching. Nobody was using the type of beats that was on Reasonable Doubt. It was stood apart. They was using the old classic Angie and Renee samples, and they had the Rockefeller sound, the old 70s, that, you know, that real player pimp stuff. Blueprint 2, the Kanye West and I can't believe it, Just Blaze. The battle between them two to try to make the best beats in the world. And this was the Kanye come out party right there. The Black Album. The Perfect Album. This is the album where everybody basically got 2 songs. Every beat maker in the world made 2 songs for Jay. And he just got a chance to black out on it. Volume 2, the compilation album. This is the DMX, Rough Rider, Hard Knock Life, Irv Gotti produced records. Can I get a what for about it? That's Ja Rule's song. That was on Ja Rule's album that he gave to Jay-Z, and it was Jay-Z's first mega hit song before Hard Knock Life. It's a hard knock life. Then Money, Cash, Hoes, Money, Cash, Hoes, Money. That was the street anthem. American Gangster. Puffy produced it. Had all Biggie's leftover beats. They gave it to Jay-Z, and he made American Gangster. So that's where all those soul beats come from, those old samples that Puff just had for Big. He gave them to Jay. He was executive producer of the American Gangster soundtrack. Magna Carta. Jay-Z just got his deal. This is the first time he was Jay-Z without the dash. That dash meant something. But now he was Jay-Z without the dash. And it was his first time kissing up the white folks. So, and to show you how much he was loving it that they gave him all this money, he was really, really, really zoning out. It's the Magna Carta. He was in his art world then. In My Lifetime, Volume 1. Puffy produced. Puffy was executive producer, and this is the album that Jay basically lost creative control over because he was following Puff's direction, thinking he was going to take over Big Spot. And of course, Sunshine and all the hitmen got involved, and it didn't work as far as the success. But it was a good album. Blueprint 3, the album in which Jay-Z was trying to come back, and he showed his lack of creativity. He can't even name his album. This one, Jay was celebrating his one album deal that he had put out with Roc Nation, and of course, I think it was Atlantic, when he spent $20 million to get out of his Def Jam deal to make this album. Yeah, Def Jam had to get their money that Jay wasted while he was over there as president. A lot of people don't know that. The Dynasty. This is the Rock La Familia album that came out right before the Blueprint. This was the brick. It went gold the first week, and it hardly ever sold after that. The Dynasty was a good album, and it was another collaboration album by Jay-Z, which had basically promoted the Rockefeller family. And what people didn't realize is Jay-Z put out an album like every summer. Every summer there was a Jay-Z album. Volume 3, that's right here, The Times and Lives of Sean Carter, was another album that was almost like The Dynasty. They were pretty dated. This came out in December of 99, right before the new year ended. This came out, The Dynasty came out that summer. So they're like 6 months apart. So some of these songs are sounding the same that goes from one album to another. Like on Volume 3, it was all that Neptune sounds. You know, all that craziness, all those crazy weird sounds. That was the era back in the Volume 3. But Volume 3 is incredible. They got some incredible songs on Volume 3. Not a lot of incredible songs on the Dynasty. There's a few. Yeah, when he was Jigga Jay-Z and not Hove. You know, I'm the Jigga J, that was our guy there. That wasn't even beatboxing, dude. That was just the beat. I hated the Snoopy song. Y'all loved it. I didn't. Blueprint 2. Too many songs, too many people producing, too many everything. This is a one big colossal mess. Jay-Z's not the type of artist that can do a double CD. He's a guy that you can listen to for a couple of songs. Kingdom Come, the worst piece of crap I've ever heard in my life. Jay-Z comes back after being president of Def Jam Records. He comes and puts out his record, Kingdom Come, which had about 2 songs on the album that I really liked. Lost Ones, and then I believe there's another song on there, on the album that I liked. The rest of it, it was just a whole bunch of nothing. The beats weren't, the production was off. And this album right here, basically what got, what's his name, fired, Just Blaze. Just Blaze was basically fired because of this album. Dig a hole, bury yourself. It was like, oh, that was terrible. Yeah, I think Remind Us the other song that I like. I think Dear Summer was on there, if I'm not mistaken. Dear Summer, Reminder was nice, and and lost ones. But this is Jay-Z's list, not my list. I know it was such a weak diss to Cameron and nobody even paid attention. But this is Jay-Z's own personal list, not including the 444. But this is Jay-Z's own personal list on how he ranked his own albums. And he gave explanations as to why he put certain albums where. When he said about Kingdom Come, he was like, man, give me a break. It was my first time back. Then Blueprint 2, he blamed Guru. He was Guru, man. I told you it was too many songs. Then for Volume 3, he just felt like it's cool for, for what he was doing, but nah. The Dynasty, he loved it. But Volume 3, this tells you right here his lack of creativity. He can't even name his albums. He don't even want to name his albums. Have you seen all Jay-Z album covers? It's just a picture of Jay. He's just on the cover, just all bland. There's no creativity to nothing this dude does. If you leave him for creativity, you will not get any of it. He has to get it from somewhere else. He got Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3. He got Blueprint 1, Blueprint 2, Blueprint 3. No creativity. You can't even name your own album. You have no creativity whatsoever. Right. He always needs to be around somebody that's creative. He knows how to profit off of it. That's what made him good. What's up, Mr. Buckner? But that's what made Nas post the picture. He's tired of Kelis doing stuff, trying to rev people up to follow this movement. Because look, this is what right before he did it. This goes out to all the women and the secrets they keep. It's like Nas just had enough. And she's putting up the fist like she's a victim. It's like, come on, get out of here. You just want to keep a father from seeing his son. So Nas put up this picture. A night. And he knows this is going to tick her off because not even Kelis liked the picture of her son up there. And Nas wouldn't put a picture of his son up on the internet. He would not put a picture at night. Go look through Nas' pictures and see how many pictures he got up of him and his son. Paul Bradley, stop reading stuff off the internet and bringing that crap over here. Nas pick whack beats. Nah, he's just not finna rap over the same stuff that everybody else is doing. If the beats he was picking was whack, people wouldn't buy his records. I know people. I know where they got it from. They want to. People love to mimic something they've heard somewhere else, like no one else has heard it either. No, you don't understand. Nas get those beats before they went to Jay. That's something you guys didn't know. All them songs that beats that Mobb Deep had, they went to Nas. Nas basically gave most of those beats to Mobb Deep. The beat 50 Cent got, the Mobb Deep album that they put out, the one with G Unit, half those beats. No, Money Jones, Mobb Deep don't make their own beats. My guy made their whole album. He did the whole album. Havoc's a producer, yes, but he also jacked people tracks. He puts his name on it as producer. Alchemist was one. My boy SC from Chicago made all they beats. He did the Free Agents album, the entire double CD. That's done by SC. You can look on the back. Look at the credits. You see 2 letters on that, SC. He the best beat maker in the world. He's the world's greatest beat maker in the entire world. SC, he came up under No ID. It was No ID, Dirge, Sperm, and SC. Then Kanye West came after. They came up under No ID. No ID taught them. He didn't track his beat. He did track the one for Puffy. No, he did the whole album. SC got credit for 2 beats. He tracked 2 beats. He did the beat, the one that's Havoc did on the Game album, the documentary. That's his beat. And he didn't track it. Havoc went there and tracked it. So Havoc got all that money. See, when you track the beat, you get up to almost 10% of the track. He's still hot about that to this day. SC's still a little hot about that. And he tried to do it on Puffy album. The holla back beat. Havoc tried to screw him out of it. But hip hop that worked for Rockefeller told him, he was like, man, because he cool with SC. He told him, you better get down there right now. Because he's like, Havoc gonna come down there in a minute. He gonna track that beat. The one that we know who making what. Like, they know, Puffy know Havoc didn't make the beat. Like, that's one thing about hip hop. They know who doing what. And hip hop was like, yo, man, yeah, that beat you had, that was hard. Yeah, they came in with it. Because Puff want to get on that. Puff heard it and he wanted to get on that. And he was like, you the one with that heat. So he's like, you better get down here because they finna track it. He was like, bet, I'm going to be down there. So he went down there and tracked it. And Puff was like, oh, yeah, you the one with that heat. Mm-hmm. He was like, yeah. He was like, all right. He was like, yeah, I'm going to be checking for you. And that Hold On track, it's SC. Now, the album version, I don't like. I like it, but I don't like it as well as when he did it. I watched him make tracks for hours. This dude got some of the best beats in the world. Y'all got YouTube. You know they ain't finna flag me. You know they'll take down the whole video if I play that song. Just go to the Press Play album, put in Diddy, Hold On. And then you can listen to SC track. But he did everything that's on that Free Agents album. Everyone. The song that they got, The Infamous, on that whole album they put out with 50 Cent. Every song on there that 50 Cent is on is a SC beat. Those were old songs, and 50 Cent just jumped on them and redid them. So all the songs that 50 Cent jumped on that album, those were already recorded songs. Then the rest of the songs, beats, went to Tony Yayo. Because when they went over there, they sold the beats to 50. And they were the beats that Mobb Deep had already done. And he gave them to Tony Yayo. And SC didn't get no money off that transaction. And SC did all those tracks. Dog, he did all the cuts, the scratches, all the stuff that No ID do and Kanye do. Kanye is mimicking what they did. He cannot cut like SC. Kanye can. He tries to mimic it, but he can't sync it up like SC. SC is a monster with it. He's a straight monster with it. Kanye was good, but he never was as better than SC. SC was way better. And he knew it. So Kanye and SC met up. And he told him, he was like, look, man, you know doggone well you wasn't around No ID like that. You wasn't around like that, dog. You wasn't with No ID that way. We know Dion. You was just basically using his name to blow up and all this. You wasn't really like that. You weren't there. SC's one of the greatest beat makers ever. And he's from the Chi. And y'all should know him because he moved to New York. Mobb Deep signed him. And he was out there in New York. With y'all. With Littles and everybody. Everybody from the bridge know SC. He did the whole Free Agents double CD. All those beats. And he brought Mobb Deep back. Because that Free Agents album is what brought them back. Because they released that on the streets once Loud went under. No ID taught SC. He taught Dirge, Sperm, all those guys. Those were the main three. Kanye West wasn't there. Kanye West came later. They had already went on. They were already doing shows. They were blowing up, doing their thing. So Havoc wasn't making all those tracks. Alchemist was making tracks. The Alchemist had more of a business acumen than SC. SC just like to make beats and get toe up and make some beats. As long as they gave him some bread, he was straight. He was making good money, but nothing like he was supposed to be getting. And he sent beats over to Nas, and Nas didn't use them. And the reason why Nas didn't use them, Nas is felt like he didn't need them. Nas was working with people that he trusted in his circle. He don't want to get beats. At that time, Nas was just like in his own world. He wasn't trying to get beats from everywhere. He just wanted to be. He just wanted to be in his group, his close circle, like Salah Remy, who made different type of beats. And that's what Nas loves, Salah Remy. So he had Salah Remy, like the man who made the Ether beat. He had him. Y'all keep talking about like he worked. People rap to Nas beats. So what is you talking about? How many people rap to Ether? But anyway, we finna shut this down. We've been going on strong for a minute. You guys got a lot of education. I'm gonna try to lay it down, and I'm out.